blocking out stress. So if you're new to the community, welcome babies. This is your nightly self-care routine where you come and be in the space and do whatever you need to during this time. You just take care of yourself. And if you're new to the space, then you're now one of my babies. So welcome all my new babies in. Welcome back all my returning babies. Mama loves you. Kisses on the forehead. Well, let's go ahead and get started, okay? So we're going to start this session off with a prayer. It is not a religious prayer. It's just a prayer to root us in our individual healing experience and bring us together as a community and as a collective. And because consent matters, to have your permission to say a prayer. Okay, let's get started. May I touch you? Okay. Dear universe, and all for the highest vibration of good only, please connect us to our highest self and validate information for our highest good only. Please allow us to release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am. Ashe. 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 Okay, so just begin to pull out anything that no longer serves you, taking up too much space, bringing dis-ease, bringing discomfort, situations, circumstances, cycles that need to go as you grow. Release all of that and accept that you get to have more living, more adventures, more intrigue. Let it go. Release everything that needs to be let go. Release everything that needs to be let go. And send it on to its evolutionary path. Sometimes we'll be on a cycle. And a cycle is really more like a spiral. It's not like this, it's more like that. Where we'll come back around and be experiencing something over and over again, just in a new way. Because guess what? Now you are an elevated version of yourself. Now you get to choose to make new decisions, have a different reaction, to move with intention rather than fear, lack, confusion, or loss. Now you move with understanding, peace, and freedom. So let's remove any pieces of you that need to be let go and send them on to grow somewhere else. Let's remove out any parts of you that's just on the surface, that may just be a distraction from something that you can deeply be focusing on. Let's just work through every little moment within you and just take our time. That from childhood, that from middle yourself. Speak to your heart. Open your mind. Free yourself. Release the cycle and go on a new journey. Release the fear of being small and embrace a big world beyond. Release anything that makes you feel confused or not feel good enough and allow it to go on. So now let's just pull out anything creating mental stress, anything that's taking up too much space. You know, I love to say it like that, taking up too much space in your cranium, and send it on somewhere else. Where, you may ask? Onto its evolutionary path to do something else that don't matter with you. It's kind of like when you break up with someone and then you feel right, you feel like it's the right decision to break up, and then you're just always wondering, well, what are they doing? That's not your business. Move on. And like anything else in our lives that we move on from, move on. Move on from complicated working environments, strange life environments, not a strong sense of self-love environment. Move on from it. Not knowing who you are. Just gonna pluck away anything that causes confusion or makes it difficult for you to connect. Just going to send that on. That, send it on, send it on, send it on, send it somewhere else, send it somewhere else, send it somewhere else. Send it somewhere else. Moving this through your energy, your balance. Moving it through. Moving it through. Moving it through. Moving it on and on and on and on. Moving it on and on and on and on and on. And releasing it. Releasing it into something else, to somewhere else. Letting it go. Letting it be free. Okay. How do you feel? Release the weight. Release any burden of feeling that you're responsible for other people's feelings, other people's paths, other people's satisfaction or disappointment. Release that. curious, patient, peaceful, and inquisitive. Do you remember all of those things about you? Do you remember each moment, 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 each moment? Just each moment, each moment, each moment. Breathing in and out, releasing, sending it on, releasing, sending it on, releasing, sending it on, sending it on, sending it on, releasing it, releasing, 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 and moving that through the physical body and onto its next evolution, onto its next rotation around the earth, around the sun, around the moon, and let it go. Let it go so that it may grow into another direction, a new direction, a direction of peace, a direction of harmony, inclusivity, balance, and patience. Allow it to go. Allow it to grow. Allow it to go. Allow it to grow. Grow forward. Grow forward. Grow forward. direction that you want to grow in. There is so much of you in the space, so much potential. Teacher and intuitive, and today we have a special healing session. It is all about removing sadness and bringing sweetness. Okay, baby, so I tell you every time, be sweet to yourself. Maybe y'all think I'm just saying, like, oh, treat yourself nice. No, like, the opposite of sadness is sweetness. So, if you feel yourself leaning one way, bring yourself back in balance to lean the other way. I am not saying, you're going to stay in a perpetual state of happiness at all times. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying you shouldn't be disproportionately pulled to the other side of sadness all the time. We want to get you right in the middle, okay? So if you're new to the community, babies, welcome, welcome, welcome. This is your nightly, daily, or whenever you come here. Self-care routine, self-care place. So you come, you be here, you enjoy life, and just enjoy this uninterrupted space of peace and relaxation. So since you're new to the community, you are now one of my babies, so you get one kiss on the forenoggin. And for all of my returning babies, you get multiple kisses. Mama loves you. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start our session off with a prayer. It's not a religious prayer. It's just a prayer to root us in our individual healing experience and bring us together as a community and as a collective. And because consent matters, to have your permission to say a prayer. Okay, may I hold your hand? Okay, sounds good. You ready? Dear universe and all for the highest vibration of good only, please connect us to our highest self and validate information for our highest good only. Please allow us to release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am, Ashe, 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 and again you can say Ashe. From the Yoruba, you can say Ki or Chi. From traditional Chinese medicine, you can sauce. I mean, it's saying amen. It's giving a ditto. That's the feeling that's coming through. Like, you best say that. Don't worry, I will. Anyways, just working through this and just let it go. Okay, let it go. And when I say it's a choice, I'm not saying that, I'm not yourself enough, trust yourself enough that through everything you're feeling, you will find hope, you will find understanding, you will find balance. Side note, somebody reached out to me and they were like, I didn't realize how clever our community name was. You know, they're like Reiki Healing Hope. They thought my name was Hope. And I was like, what a great idea. In that moment, I wish my name was Hope. Because wouldn't that have been cool this whole time? Reiki Healing Hope. Hi, my name is Hope. Reiki Healing Hope. No, my name is Jet Lachey. Or Jessica. So, no. But I thought that was cool. But anyway, back to rocking with it. We just gonna rock with it. We just gonna do our own thing, you know? We just gonna find balance. We're just gonna be okay. Be okay with the journey. I was gonna say the progress, but I'm like, you know what? We're just gonna be okay with the journey. Let the journey look. Let the journey look however it's gonna look. Be sweet to yourself. There's so many things that we can address at one time, okay? So it's not, I'm not saying that all your problems are instantly going to be solved, but what I am saying is that you can be objective about the action items or the action steps that you need to take to getting to a better place when you find that your energy is nice and balanced. And so everyone has to come up with their own way of doing that. For me, I like to take movement. I like channeling as well in meditation. The older I get though, I really like movement. Like going for a walk is one of the most therapeutic things for me. It lets my mind wander and get everything out. It takes that energy or anxiety or feelings and just puts it into what I'm doing, and then I always get good ideas. I don't know why. You know, like I think sometimes when people are overthinkers, because I know I'm an overthinker, when they don't have enough mental stimulation, they start over worrying. And I don't know, like when you give your mind something to do that isn't enabling, that's pretty constructive, then you can actually come up with good ideas perhaps. I don't know, that's my experience. Well, they know that this week is the pre-week for the apprenticeship. I've been talking about it. And I've also posted some videos on the shorts so you can be able to see or answer any of the questions that might come up for the apprenticeship. It is such a wonderful, loving, and healing community. And for this pre-week, it is a free time to experience the apprenticeship. 1 week to be exact. And so we're going to learn things and we're going to have applied sessions too. So head on over to thempcommunity.com to join it. And it's only going to be this week. Once it's done, the cohort is closed. Don't come over here asking me, can you open it up? Oh yeah, I've been talking about it for 2 months. You heard me. So let's go ahead and get started with our session today. As we have these sessions, we say a prayer. Shout out to Saturn going into Pisces. This is gonna be interesting, y'all. For all y'all with the Saturn returns. Happy it's not me. Anyway, yes. So we start a session off with a prayer. It is not a religious prayer. It is a prayer to root us together as a community and as a collective. And because consent matters, do I have your permission to say a prayer? Okay, let's go. Okay, ready? Dear universe and all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to our highest self and validate information for our highest good only. Please allow us to release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, religions, traditions, and spiritual paths that bring out the best in us. I say all of this in the name of I am. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Okay. So let's just start to pull out any stress and love. Love's supposed to feel good. But when I explain love, sometimes I think people are thinking like love as in, oh, it's always joyous and romantic all the time. That's actually not what I'm saying. It can be romantic and also just saying that. I think a peaceful love is more important than the up and down love. I'm like, Jesus, sit down. So that peaceful love. And I think that's a wisdom thing too. The older you get, the more you're like, you want peace. You do not want problems. You want peace. Why? Because you want consistency in your heart. You want to know that the person who deeply loves you today is going to still deeply love you tomorrow. The person who wants to build a life with you today is still going to be there, showing up and working towards that life tomorrow. You don't want to feel like anyone's just like gonna pull the rug out from under you. No, you want to feel as though you're building and building and building more and more and more and more. So breathe in and out here, okay? Now let's practice something here. I want you to bring your hands right here, and we're going to do some self-work of pulling out, okay? And as you pull out, you can pull like this, you can pull like this, but let's just take that energy out, okay? So take a deep, 3 deep breaths here. Inhale. Exhale, release. 2 more. Exhale, release. And final breath, inhale. Exhale, release. So let's work here. Let's just start to, as we are exhaling on our own now, let's start to pull this out. Inhaling and exhaling. I want you to get used to doing this so that at any time you need to pull out the energy that is no longer serving you, you can do that. Sometimes you can go to the crown of the head as well and just cleanse that way, but just almost like you're weaving. So you're pulling out, you're sending on, keep on doing it, pulling out and sending on, pulling out and sending on. Now just notice your body. Take notice here. Inhale, exhale. Do you notice any stress, any tension anywhere in your body that you feel like it's wherever that is? You can place your hands there, or you can be mindful of it and just inhale, exhale, release, and start to pull that energy out, sending it somewhere else. Keep going here. Trusting yourself here, working through the energy here. Just. Okay, so now what I want you to do is allow your shoulders to melt away from your ears. So that could also be how you sit or how you're lying down. Just, taking movement and space here to feel nice and balanced. And allow yourself to be aligned in 2 halves just coming together. Okay. How are you feeling? How are you feeling? What's showing up for you now? Okay. Now in this moment, put your hands up like this, and you can put them on your lap, you can put them on the side, whatever you need to do. And so what we're going to do here is we're going to bring some energy in, because we're saying we want to receive, we want this good love, this love that feels so great, okay? So we're going to place our hands up, pull it in, exhale. Now in this moment, I want you to see the most beautiful love that you've ever seen. And I don't want you to just think of the aesthetic, what something looks like. I want you as we're creating space, you gotta do the hard work. And the hard work here is you gotta let go. Surrender to the love, but also make peace with those who need to leave. That's a tough one, right? Because you thought the struggle love was gonna work out. I'm not saying you, but we've all been there a time or two, you know. What I'm saying to that is struggle love is not just romantic. Child, it's even worse in families, okay? And friends too. But release and let go, surrender. Whenever someone doesn't show up to meet your expectations, say thank you, universe, for showing me who they really are. Because if I say I want this kind of person and they're demonstrating to me that they are not that person, well, I guess it's very clear. I can't expect a new outcome from the same situation. Release and let go. Be happy for them, but most importantly, be happy for yourself. Believe that love can feel supportive even when it comes to family, especially chosen family. There are many people who can be a mother figure, a father figure, a parental figure. There are many people out there who can have energy and breathe energy into your life as a sister, a sibling, a brother, whatever that is. There's all of those things. All of those things, all of those things, all of those things. 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 Just work through that. Just take movement through that. Release. Just go to your shoulders. Sending it out. Just working through all of that in this space. Trust yourself. Trust yourself. Trust yourself now. Take 3 deep breaths here. Exhale. Two more. Exhale. Final breath. Exhale. let's go ahead and get started. So, as we get started, we start our session off with a prayer. It is not a religious prayer, it is just a prayer to root us in our individual healing experience and to bring us together as a community and as a collective, baby. And because consent matters, do I have your permission to say a prayer? May I touch you, sweetheart? Okay. Inhale. Exhale. A couple more breaths. Let's go. Dear universe and all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to our highest self and validate information from our highest intentions only. Please allow us to let go of that which we need to let go and to embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. And we're going to start with some Reiki symbols. So take a deep breath in. Exhale. And I'm just going to make sure the energy is nice and balanced here. Just working through that, 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 working through that. Okay. And just feeling a sense of newness. There's definitely a sense of refreshing over you. Refreshments. I think that's food. Refreshing. Just a newness that is around you. Okay. Just let's move this through. Good job. Good job. else, because it ain't here, sweetness. You've got this. Okay, so moving through this energy, finding space and movement here, bringing it forward and through. Bringing it forward, 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 and through. And just working this through, working this through, working it through. Got it, got it, got it, got it. Got it, got it, got it, got it, got it. Okay. Got it, got it, got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Good job. Good job. Okay, just working that through. So just shifting that, and just a sign of soul completion here, okay? Allowing your soul to live out its purpose, why it came into this experience, and just having that completion here. Okay, sweetness, you're doing a fantastic job. Just going through this. Just going through this. Just going through this. Going through this. Just going through this. Going through this. Going through this. Going through this. Going through this, going through this. Going through this. Going through this. Going through this, and flowing through this. Going and flowing, going universe and all for the highest vibrational good only. Please connect us to our highest self and validate information for our highest good only. Please allow us to release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and the spiritual past that bring light out those to share with others. I say all of this in the name of my okay. So let's just here. So I'm just going to start by taking just little pieces of anything bringing up stress. I hope you enjoyed Love Month. I had a program going on the My People app, the My People community, where it was a Love Month theme, and there was a resource every day. Love mindset mantras that launched every day. And I really enjoyed reading the comments there because I like to know how people were reflecting as the month was progressing. As you know, love is multiple things. Love is the self. Love is another. Love is family, friends, community, collective, soul. There's so many levels of love that we all can experience. And I think the most recognizable level of love is romantic partnership. But there's so much more. And in that program, I created an opportunity for those who participate. It's still going on until the end of Love Month, to explore every aspect of love, not just romantic, but not excluding romantic. I'm one of those people who feel like if there's any love that you want externally, you have to feel it internally first. You have to make a decision to prioritize self-love. And I know that kind of sounds like it could sound like multiple things, like, oh, that's a great idea, how do I do that? Or, but I want the right person. It's, multiple things. But the reason why that is so important is because what you feel on the inside manifests externally. So it is very important that you anchor yourself down in this reality, whatever that is for you. And whatever you experience in life, whether it is love related or not, has everything to do with being in experience, an experience of understanding, contemplation, all that kind of stuff. And with that experience, we start to realize we don't have to fight love. And sometimes we feel like we don't have love, and we actually do have it. This whole thing is just an experience of you deciding when you are going there's no probability of you being able to connect with at least one of them. Say you don't want somebody in your age bracket, say you want to go a different age bracket, even better, even more people. So yes, you can still connect with someone, yes, but you have to love yourself. You have to take care of yourself. And self-care is so important. You have to keep yourself up. And when I say keep yourself up, I'm not talking about living to someone else's standard of beauty. No. I'm saying when you close your eyes and you see beauty, authentic beauty, the most beautiful expression of who you are now, what does that look like? And don't make it something that is so drastically different than you that you're setting unrealistic standard. No. What about yourself now is beautiful? And how can you accentuate that? How can you bring notice into that and take pride in that? And I tell you about my friend all the time, where I said that she would put so much thought into her appearance, and we dress very different. She's an artist, so she's very artsy. So sometimes she does the full paint, sometimes she does all kinds of stuff. But what I love about her the most is that she takes the time to really adorn herself the way that she wants to show up in the world. What she smells like, what she wears. And sometimes going places with her, it doesn't make sense what she has on. But it makes her feel good. It makes her feel bold, and she brings people into her life because of that. So I'm saying to you, find what makes you happy. Find what makes you feel special. Find what makes you feel bold. And do it. And experience life. And be okay. Be okay. Just exhale. Exhale, exhale. Now, I need to figure out a way of taking a vote or tracking those who fall in love in the community, like, hey, started to tap into this love theme and I'm falling in love. Because I've been doing this a couple of years and I have read comments where people are like, oh my gosh, I experience X, Y, and Z. And I like to think that, especially in these love sessions, what happens to be some of my favorite sessions, as long as they're not focused on externalizing love only, But I love to see when people realize that being in love and having love and bringing love into their life is in their control. Because so many people feel like it's not in their control. They feel like they're waiting for someone to rescue them. They feel like they're waiting for someone to rescue them. They feel like they are not the image of what they think someone who deserves to be loved should be. They feel like, their time has passed, or they're just nervous, they don't know how to be patient, or they don't know themselves, they're looking for love, and they want to externalize that love so bad that they just don't give it to themselves. Give it to yourself. Just give it to yourself. Every day that you feel lonely, look at yourself in the mirror and say, you are not alone, I'm here with you. And I'm always going to be here with you, and I'm going to love you endlessly and completely. And any love that you thought you were going to get from someone else, I'm going to give you 10 times more. And we are going to open our life up for people to come into our life, but I know it is my responsibility to love myself to the highest level first. That is what the mindset is there. And by doing that, you are modeling to others how to treat you, so it becomes easy to be in love with you. A lot of people do surrender to the universe and be like, universe, I want to be loved fully. I want partnership in my life, and I believe and trust that that will come into my life. And until then, I'm gonna love myself fully and greatly and in the biggest way possible. Do that and see what happens. And don't just do it for a day and then try to come on back here. Do it for a year. And tell me what happens. You'll be really surprised at the type of love that you bring into your life. Again, billions of people in the world, billions, and you think you can't find, or it's not going to work out with the prayer button. No, the right energy is there, looking for you, waiting for you to be ready, like they're trying to be ready too. So just remember that. Just connect in with that. Well, babies, I hope you enjoyed this session, and I hope that you connect to love. I hope you bring love into your life. I hope you let love flourish and grow and just be wonderful. I want to remind you that we have, a couple more days. I'm trying to think if we might be over with Love Month by the time this airs. But we have a couple more moments of Love Month on the My People community. If you would like to join the My People community, it's free. It's called the MP community. And let me tell you about it a little bit since we've got some time. The My People community, how it started was, I told a story a long time ago about my grandmother. And my grandma used to make me go to church with her, and I just didn't like going to church. I was like, I grew up around a lot of different sects of Christianity, and I think because of that, it was always confusing. It wasn't necessarily like, wait, which one's the right one? And not just Christianity, there were so many traditions around me. And she was such a spiritual person, but then she also went to church, and she went to she was Baptist church, and I just didn't see her peers doing the same thing. I didn't understand how she felt this fluidity and this freedom around spirituality and still felt so warm and at home in church when the people around her would not feel as safe as she was exploring and questioning the universe. And then I asked her, I was like, look, I don't want to go. I'm like a teenager, I'm like preteen right now. Like, I don't want to go. And I didn't understand why she went, because I was like, well, you told me that, this and that is not historically accurate. See, this is where I get it from, y'all. And she was like, I don't go to learn in that kind of way. I can learn on my own. I go there to be with my no, I go there because my mama went to church and my mama went to church. I go there to be with my people, and that's how the My People community came. I realized that one thing that religion has is it has this sense of connectedness and community. No matter what, having a place where people feel safe, and that's what I hope Reiki Healing Hope has created for so many people. But I also think religion can be limiting. There are certain situations in which if you are, some type of otherness, you may not feel accepted. Like I've seen quite a few churches that I enjoyed, and then once they started to be homophobic, I'm like, I'm not gonna stay here and be tolerated. Baby, I'm gonna be celebrated, and all kinds of interesting things. And I thought, with the Reiki Healing Hope community, it transcends Reiki. Reiki is an energy healing modality, and there's so many other modalities out there, but I think that the word Reiki is very synonymous right now with energy healing and this spiritual take on energy healing, even though Reiki is not a spiritual thing. And I think with that being said, I feel as though the universe has guided me at the right place at the right time to create this community so that nobody feels like they are left alone or that they are by themselves. I look at myself as someone creating uninterrupted space so people can flourish and they can feel good, especially if there were times of healing that they just really needed space. And I don't like to so that you can receive love. And guess what, y'all? It's Love Month. And to celebrate Love Month and the launching of our new free membership community, I have the Love Magnet program, which is a program that you follow daily for this month only, because it's going to be gone once the next month starts. So if you would like to join the Love Magnet program, which is to bring healthier love into your life, self-love, platonic love, romantic love, love within family, all of those things aligned, you can head on over to thempcommunity.com, or you can use the link in the description. This is our new free membership. Feel free to join. Oh, love it, love it, love it. We're having a great time so far. So let's go ahead and get started. Oh yeah, side note, if you want to be a part of this upcoming apprenticeship, that is also the place where you can pre-register, because they're gonna know first. Okay, there's that. So if you're new to the community, welcome, babies. Pew, 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 pew. This is our nightly self-care routine, or our daily self-care routine, or whenever you come here to do what you do when you're doing it, okay? So to talk a little bit about it, just a little bit about it, we take care of ourselves here. We check in with ourselves. We make sure we have all that we need here. And I see myself as a facilitator of the space, a facilitator of relaxation here. So as we start our session off with a prayer. It's not a religious prayer. It's just a prayer to root us in our individual healing experience and bring us together as a community and as a collective. And because consent matters, to have your permission to say a prayer. Okay, let's go. Ready? Dear universe, and all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to our highest self and validate information for our highest good only. Please allow us to release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Okay, so just balance it here. Okay, so anything that's been coming up lately, as you inhale and exhale, feel free to let it go. You don't have to hold on to the what ifs. You know, what if it ain't gonna work? What if, blah, 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 blah. Feel free to let it go. Let go of everything that's taking up too much space, and instead replace it with just peace, balance, and openness to embody love. Love is such a straightforward thing, to be honest with you. It's less about only hyper-focusing on romantic love. Love transcends all of those types of relationships. Love is everywhere. Love is the connectedness. The love we have for ourselves sets the tone. It is the most foundational aspect of the love that we have from others. So, whenever we work on love, we always start from the self. Self-care, self-appreciation, self-worth. You have to make sure you have the highest sense of yourself, the highest appreciation for what you bring to the table. Because if you don't, you have no business expecting someone else to fill in that gap for you. Why? Because there's going to be an undercurrent of always looking for something outside of you to fill you up, rather than just taking the time to fill your own self up, so that you can enjoy the time you spend with other people. It doesn't become like, oh, I need you to do this, this, and that, blah, blah, blah. No, it's not that at all. It's just that you allow it to be. And I think Sometimes it's family. It can also be romantic. It can also be community and collective love. There's so many different types of love. I don't think that we should just hyper focus on romantic love. Romantic love is important, but it's not the only type of love out there. And when we cleanse, clear, and balance out love, we're balancing out all aspects of love. Everything included, not just romantic love. Think about it. The relationship that you had with your mother or with your father, the relationship you had with your first best friend or your closest friends, the relationship you have with your community or your significant other, or the deepest relationship you will ever have in your life is the relationship that you have with yourself. The only person you can't really lie to. Now you can be in denial, okay, but you gotta keep it real. You can be like, I don't want to think about it, but you know. So I always think we should start with how we love ourselves. What do we do? Do we have faith in ourselves? Do we have patience with ourselves? Are we understanding towards ourselves? Do we have love for all that we are interested in? All of those things are important. So just removing every piece, and any little thing coming up, and let's just send it on. Send it somewhere. Just smooth this out. Okay. And just have patience in yourself. Believe in yourself. Trust yourself. Now, I wouldn't be me if I didn't show you some cheat codes, okay? So let's get into some cheat codes. Ready? The first cheat code is, if you want romantic love, if you want that right person, either for right now or right forever, I'm going to tell you this one thing, and if you follow it, it will 100% work out. I know that's a steep claim, but I truly believe that this is real and true. You ready? People are always attracted to happy people. And I don't mean like you're faking it till you make it happy. I mean people that genuinely are enjoying life. So if you resent you for it at the same time, and it's not going to present like that in the beginning. It might present very normal and innocent. Just pay attention. See what they have going on in their life. See how they truly feel about what you love and what you're passionate about, and that'll tell you a lot of things. The second group are the people who see you. They love what you're doing and they want to just support you. That's it. They just want to be around your energy. And when you get to know them, they have other things going on for themselves. They have things that they're working on. They have things that they love, things that they're growing towards. They're not asking you for anything except just to be happy for you. And in turn, you then can be happy for them. Now, it is that simple. How do you just go out there and be happy if you have a heartbreak? If you maybe don't feel as confident as you want to feel? Let me tell you something, okay? You just take it one baby step at a time. And it's that simple. And confidence is in the mind. It is not in the external. There is somebody for everybody. So you looking at yourself and everything you've done in your life and having pride, satisfaction, excitement, encouragement from everything you've done in your life is what will attract the right person to you. If you don't feel good, if you're upset, if you're pulling yourself down because you weren't perfect or life didn't happen in the perfect way that you had hoped it to happen, you will attract that kind of people, or you attract nobody at all. Now, there is a caveat, and let me tell you what that is. If you decide to stay in your house and communicate with no one ever, they will not find you. You have to put yourself out there. That's just a reality. You can't be over here hiding under a rock and then be like, I don't know where they're out of here. But here's the thing. When you're actively loving and living life, you'll be too busy experiencing that to even be worried about trying to find somebody. Or it doesn't feel as agonizing and things like that. I'm just trying to imagine, because I think, I think that this is the highlight, the highlight season, the season of exploration and fun and peace and love and joy. And let's just take out all of those things that do not serve you. Do not serve you anymore. And to send them on to somewhere else another time, not to bother you, mess with you, or anything. Just let it be, okay? Just calm this down. You can have what you're looking for. You will have what you need, and it will work out, okay, sweetness? Well, babies, I hope you enjoyed our session today, and I hope you are taking this time to find relief when it comes to any unnecessary pressure you could be placing on yourself when it comes to love. Don't worry about it, okay? It is going to work itself out. It will always work itself out. Don't worry, don't sweat the small stuff, okay? Don't sweat the small stuff. Slim to your thing. And just know that you deserve to have love. You will have love, but it starts from the love that you give yourself first. So that is why I think you should join the Love Magnet program. It's a wonderful program, and it really reshapes your mind and balances out your energy. Again, this program is only available this month, and there's something that you can work on each day. I send a notification out each day, and you actually get it, unlike, how it be like sometimes here. You will actually get this notification, and that's why I universe and offer the highest vibrational good only. Please connect us to our highest self and validate information for our highest good only. Please allow us to release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religion, and spiritual paths that bring light out to share with each other. I say all of this in the name of I am. Okay. So each dream takes if you're new to the community, you're now one of my babies, and you get one kiss on the forenugget. And if you're returning, you get multiple kisses. Mama loves you. Okay. Want to make a special announcement. We do have the 52-week challenge that's going on the Patreon community. The Patreon community is $3 a month. Let me tell you what this 52-week challenge is. We're mastering 1 to 2 things this year of 2023. So that means we're going to do it in a practical, sustainable way. This is accountability. This is groups coming together and supporting each other. Again, that's what I talk about most of the time, having a community that doesn't center around the same type of doctrine or same type of, like culty kind of thing. No, it's just people coming together, working through things, and how could this be beneficial? Sometimes at the beginning of the year or whenever you're excited about something, you're able to just do it on your own, but you're going to reach a point where you're like, oh, I don't feel like doing it. And sometimes it's helpful to have others around you because you realize, oh, you know what, that reason's not a big enough reason to quit, or this is normal. People go through this during the path. So the goal is to get us through the 52 weeks. So if you want to learn more about that, head on over to the Patreon community. You can also read more about it in the community post that I had put up. Let's do this. So if you liked the healing cleanses with the herb pairings that we did 2 months ago, you're definitely going to love this. Okay, so we start to get to the session. We start the session off with a prayer. It's not a religious prayer, it's just a prayer to root us in our individual healing experience and bring us together as a community and as a collective. And because consent matters, to have your permission to say a prayer. Okay, you ready? Okay, I'm just gonna place my hands on your hands. Can I touch you? Okay, let's get started. Close your eyes. You don't have to close your eyes, it's up to you. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, release. 2 more. Exhale, release. Final breath. Open yourself up. Allow beautiful energy to flow in. Feel your connectedness to yourself, to everyone, to your journey, to your purpose. Allow yourself to be cleansed. Allow yourself to be healed. Allow yourself to be empowered. See everything that you need on this journey and allow yourself to go in that direction. Dear universe, and all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to our highest self and validate information for our highest good only. Please allow us to release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Okay. So, you belong here. You belong here. So what I'm doing is just cleansing your energy, working with your aura a little bit, just doing energetic shifts. And the reason why it's so important for me to remind you that you belong here is I do believe that there's a difference between solitude and isolation. I think whenever someone is isolated, it is not their choice to go in. Sometimes you just need some time to yourself. You go in and you take care of yourself. But if you're isolated for reasons that you don't agree to, you don't consent to, you don't want, I think it leads to misinformation. And I think that a lot of times people get caught up in cults, conspiracy theories, misinformation, because they want a sense of belonging. They want a sense that they belong to something. So I think I felt the same for multi-level marketing. Because, multi-level marketing be selling just the randomness of things. But it's not that they're really selling. They're selling a community. They're selling an experience of belonging. And I think nowadays where people can be more separated or things can be more online, it can feel separate. But I like to think within our community, we find very interesting ways journey is, you belong here. And I've tried to keep it really open throughout the years of saying that, hey, you're allowed to change your mind. We don't have to think the same. You don't have to have your same understanding, my same understanding of what is the divine out here. It's okay. You can believe in nothing at all. That is your business. I say it all the time. I have no dog in this fight. I don't care. I only care about what I think. I just see myself as a facilitator of healing spaces. And because of that, I think it's really important that people know that it's okay to change. You know, it is not about a hierarchy. It is not about toxic leadership. There's a big one too. It's not about any of those things. It's about knowing that there is a connectedness and we're all trying to move forward in our path, and we get there together. We're stronger together. We'll get farther together. And it does not require any compromising of boundaries, morals, and what you feel is your particular journey, because it's going to be best for you. And I think belonging is important. You know, belonging is so important. Friendship is important. Family is important. That's why I call y'all family. Family is important. Self-care is very much so important. But knowing that there is a space and a place for you, I think that matters. Knowing that what you need, you will be able to find. And that there are resources available to you based off of who you surround yourself by. And sometimes the resources aren't always very straightforward. It's like, hey, you realize that there's something that maybe you were struggling with, a sense of understanding, a sense of clarity on something, and you see other people are struggling with it too. So it helps you to have more clarity, or you can consider some of the answers that they have, or they can consider some of the answers that you have. You know, it is important that we find a way to be together while still preserving the things that make us unique and different and things like that. I also want to, steer clear, or to advise people to steer clear from any, what do they say, snake oil salespeople, snake oil salesmen, as someone who is selling you a fantasy or a dream. I totally understand when it comes to entertainment, if you're being entertained, that's one thing. But if someone says to you, I can 100% solve all of your problems and come and join my cult, of course they're not going to call it a cult, they're going to call it something else. That doesn't make sense, and to break down what's happening there is, what they're doing is they're saying, okay, I'm going to create an environment in which we have a different set of rules than what you're experiencing in your everyday life. So when you go into that environment, it feels good. It feels like, oh wow, I don't feel limited by my old types of rules. But then you quickly notice that things just start getting real weird and wonky. And it's like, now you see issues in the way that they're doing things. And this is not all groups. I'm just saying, like, this is what separates good leadership and good community chunks. And those practical chunks don't feel the same way as the big stuff. The practical chunks is every day I gotta do this in order to get there. That doesn't feel as exciting as that big thing. So if you don't get it quick, then get rich quick, get there quick. If you don't get there quick, it starts to, weigh off because you're working on that high that you felt from that big thing. The beautiful thing about community is it gives perspective. It lets you know that, wow, I can't believe you consistently did those little things, something that you may not value, and you start to value it more to the point that you're able to surpass any goals that you had because you're valuing putting in the work and the effort on a daily or routine basis. And I also feel like, at least for one of my goals, because I'm thinking about my goals too, I want to find a way for us to connect further and to connect in deeper ways and to connect in more, productive, more expansive. I think expansive is better than productive. More expansive ways. Okay. And that actually leads to why I think it's important to do this 52-week challenge. The reason why I think it's important to do this 52-week challenge is because the patrons exclusively on Patreon, I'm planning something very big. They are the only ones who are going to be able to have access to it in the beginning. And this thing could take me a couple of months, maybe a year, I don't know. But they're going to have exclusive access to it just by being a part of the Patreon community. They don't even know what it is yet. I'm planning behind the scenes. And then once it is, then they'll know first. And I'll tell you too. But yes, that's another perk about being there. Let's just work through that. So I want you to say to yourself, I belong here. I belong here. And you can think about it in wherever you're at. Like, for example, if you suffer from imposter syndrome and you're trying to push yourself to do something, you gotta tell yourself, I belong here, I belong here, I belong here. And I want you to think about it from a different perspective. Instead of thinking about, I gotta be, perfect when I go somewhere, think about how if you go to learn something, to do something, to take a role, and it's too easy for you, you are not accomplishing or learning or expanding as much as someone who goes into that same thing that it is not at their level. They're actually getting more out of it than you. And sometimes we feel like in order to protect ourselves from discomfort, we have to be the best at something before we go and do it. When actuality is, it is better to not be good at something and to go fortify and work on yourself in order to get there. I think we live in a space where it is expected to be an expert at all times, to be good. If you're interested in something, you gotta be automatically good at it. That's not true at all. You could be horrible at it, but I'm hungry again. But you just decide that you want to put forth the effort in order to get what you need. And I think that is fair. That is fine. That is fair. That is fine. Well, babies, I hope you enjoyed our session today. And I hope you know that you belong and that you always have